I am the Oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're a part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are all alive. Divine encounters, our lives designed. I am the Oracle Apollo.
Thank you for joining me, the Oracle of Apollo, Dominique Rivera. And today is a very special day. I'm bringing you guys a supernatural story time. And as you can see, my guest is in the studio today. He'll have his own camera in a little bit, so just pretend he's not here for this second. So what we're going to be doing today is bring you, of course, a fantastic show with the good news, a divine experience, the Apollo Games, and of course, the midweek collective energy check-in as well. So hope you stay tuned in to the entire experience, as this is not a passive viewing experience, but an interactive one where you guys participate, ask questions. You guys have a call to action as well, and we're going to go through a whole bunch of fun things for you guys today. But first, as always, I invite you to have some high quality H2O with you, because you will be shifting energetically during this session, this TV show, and it will assist you with that. So as always, to your health, prosperity, love, wealth, and abundance to all of you viewers, and then some, and your families. May this year continue to bring you prosperity, love, and abundance. Fantastic. And I'm really excited because the person that I have brought on today is no other than my significant other, my life partner, bringing you his story today for you guys. And we're going to be jumping into all of that in a minute. But make sure that you guys are continuing your education beyond this show. Feel free to create a journal while you watch this show and write things down that you're learning from the people that are coming on, and as well as how well you do during the psychic exercises as well. If you want to join my group is free to join. I have meditations, workshops, and classes on here. It is meetup.com/Awakened Philadelphia. And of course, if you share this feed, you qualify for an personalized angel blessing. You have to share it 3 times, then comment that you shared it. You can tag 3 people too as well. That will still count. And you will have the opportunity for next Wednesday night to get your channeled angel blessing. However, you have to be present in order for that to win, because some of you guys are sharing, but then you're not coming on the following week. So make sure you're present to receive that. And I thank everybody for being here so very much. Hey, Keo, how are you? Beautiful soul. Thank you for being here today. And Stacy, beg them. Okay. Aw. Stacy, message me after the feed with some information, and I will put you in my prayer triangle, but I'll need some information from you first, okay? So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. And as always, let's bring you that beautiful, fantastic story time. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, hey, say hello.
Hello all.
And introduce yourself, please.
I am Doug McCullough. I am today's guest. And I drive a police tow truck.
And I drive a police tow truck. You're so cute. Okay, Doug. So you drive a police tow truck. How long have you been driving these police tow trucks?
I've worked for the city going on 10 years, but as tow truck for about 2 years now.
And is this a job that you like? And what does this really entail? Like, when we think at home, police tow truck, I'm thinking, hold on a second. This probably means you're picking up my car if I didn't pay parking tickets.
We get that a lot. And I try to explain that to people, and they just look at me like I'm crazy. But in a police tow truck, we only pick up cars that are involved in a crime. So they become evidence at that point. So I go up there, pick up the evidence, and transport it back to our facility.
Oh, I understand that. And other people understand that as well, I would say. Reese, if you're missing the prayer triangle, girl, just message me and we will put you back in here. Guys, the prayer triangle, just real quick, I brought this back from Brazil, and it does require your name, your address, your birthday, and then 3 intentions of what you want to do for healing, manifestation, or something that you're working through. I'll put it in a triangle for you, and these are community sessions. Anybody can participate, and all your information is safe with me, I promise, and I will burn all of it. So don't worry, none of that information goes anywhere. All right. So Doug, before I like to get into anything here, I like to do the good news first because I feel like that elevates all of the energy of the day, and it brings also people some hope and inspiration as well. So we're gonna put you right back here in the green room.
Yay.
Wrong side. We're gonna put you right back there in the green room, even though you're still here in the studio. It's so funny. It's so weird. You're not here, and we're gonna go ahead and do the good news. And for you guys who don't know, this is the collective energy of the week. So what's good? Okay, we have the good news here, everybody. And the card today is Fall Into My Arms. Let me move this water out of the way because I kind of feel like it's slightly distracting. Fall into my arms, surrendering, holding the opposites, extremes of life. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad when things go well, when we make it, and we mean what we're being rewarded for. And then when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, your worries, your sorrow, your hurts, your fears, your burdens, and your doubts, to lay them onto her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they are also being magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Wow, that is absolutely so super powerful. In that, we're going to bring Doug's camera back up on here.
Wow.
Hey, Doug, you're back. And so there's a call to action here today. So let's go ahead and do this call to action. And I invite everybody at home to do this call to action. There's usually a question posed at the end of this, but we're going to do a call to action. So the call to action today is if you want this starseed activation to live life more fully and feel like you've truly lived, is to place your hand on your heart, which is your heart portal. And we're going to invite Mr. Doug to come on and do this as well. And we're going to both state this, and then you guys can repeat it at home. So I'll say it, and then Doug, you can be the repetition. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life.
I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life.
I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's
I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's
altar and fall completely into her arms.
altar and fall completely into her arms.
And let's just take a second to just notice how that feels inside of us. Just surrendering all that energy. And just notice. Because this is a time of creation when we imprint these seeds within ourselves. And then guys at home, just comment in the comment section below what you felt, if you felt anything from that. Yes. Angelo says, that's deep.
Definitely.
I think it's what I asked for. Thank you. Beautiful. So deep. And then Stacy is loving the green. Yes, Mr. Douglas is in the green. For me, I felt goosebumps. I have goosebumps all over when I surrendered that. I felt energy come in, and I actually feel emotional. I feel like, you feel that too?
Oh, definitely.
I feel like I just want to like cry a little bit, but like not a sad cry, more like, wow, like I'm being supported. Like, thank you. Yes, a release. Thank you, Reese. Perfectly said. A release. So wow, that's powerful. I feel a little high now too. Let me ground myself on my grounding mat under the table.
Use mine as well.
Yeah, you have it.
My separate mat.
It's not separate, but it's there. If it makes you feel better, babe. Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit about. Of course, it's all about you today, Doug. And so you work on these evidence scenes. So the scenes are not always beautiful.
No.
They can be quite intimidating from what I understand. So you want to walk us through like a typical night of what that looks like for you?
Well, there's a couple different things that happen. Usually in Philadelphia, unfortunately, there's a lot of shootings. So predominantly I pick up a lot of shooting cars where either the victim is still inside of the vehicle or they've taken them out and it's my turn to come take the vehicle back to headquarters. But when you get to the location, you still have to deal with the people that are losing their car, which aren't happy that their car is getting taken. The family members whose family passed away who's not happy, or they're just mad in general, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And not really the safest job, but it's definitely an interesting job to say. And we also deal with a lot of accidents for like DUIs, drunk drivers, and they're usually the more sad ones because you have to deal with the people that they hit. And
Right. So you're dealing with not just the person who committed the act, but the person who is the victim
yeah,
of the act. Wow, that's intense. So what is your so when you're working, are you working by yourself?
yes, I am the only one who works the last out shift with all of Philadelphia. So you're looking at them.
the whole Philadelphia district.
Yeah.
This is your nighttime tow truck driver.
So if you guys could stay inside at nighttime, that'd be great.
Oh jeez.
Less work for me.
Let's work for you. That's so funny. So tell us a little bit about. Let's get into your story. So you told us. Well, I know because obviously we live together.
Yes.
But you were in a car accident.
Yes.
And some things had happened. And it was a night full of synchronicities.
Yes.
So when you're working, do you normally have a lot of synchronicities at this kind of job because you're dealing with a lot of unsettled energy?
Yeah. I was never really a believer in like supernatural, anything like that. And of course, the universe has a way of proving things to you. So it's like, oh, you don't want to believe, we'll show you. So at my job, which is coincidentally next to a cemetery, which is even funnier, I see a lot of spirits there, and mostly they're just staring at you, and you turn around and not there again. But it's after 2 years of it, you kind of get used to that person to your side of you.
So were you seeing spirits before you started working at this job?
Yeah, growing up my whole life, I would occasionally see stuff. Not as much as like now, but definitely a lot of weird situations happened growing up in my life.
What do you think is the difference between then and now?
I would say I'm more open to it. Maybe even to learn from it and not to be so afraid. Because I guess I didn't really understand it back then.
I understand. Wow. So, okay. So walk us through this night that you were, the night of your accident. What kind of night was this? Was it like a normal night? Did you feel anything different this night? Like, walk us through like a typical night. You went to work and you left the house and then what happened?
Well, it was my day off. And it was actually my second day off. I worked both of my days to do the overtime. And I was tired and didn't want to do it. I was like, I gotta do it. Right then and there, I should have just stayed home. But, you know, I go to work. It's quiet the whole night. Go get my coffee around 4:20 in the morning. Try to stay awake. And as I'm leaving the coffee shop, I'm coming up to an intersection. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Philadelphia, but it was Tacony and I believe it was Bustleton. Going through the green light, all of a sudden you hear boom, and that's all I remember at that point. Come to find out, a guy in a stolen car who was drunk blew the red light doing 80 miles an hour and hit the back of my tow truck. Excuse me. It's intense to think about it again. So during this time, I get hit. I feel real warm and comfortable, and it slows down time. And everybody says, when you get into an accident, everything slows down. It definitely does. And during this time, an immense light came through the car. And I'm looking, and I'm like, am I awake? Is this really going on? Am I dead? Like, is this what people see when it happens? And all of a sudden, I look up, and I see these wings. Put my coffee down. Kind of going, like, through the whole cab.
Like envelop you?
Yeah, and it was so peaceful and loving. It was a surreal moment. I felt like a really warm hug, and I'm like, okay, well, this is it. And then it starts to kind of spiral, and I come out of the truck, and I'm above the accident scene. And when I got hit, my truck flew into another person's car. So there's 3 cars involved, and I see them, I see the person that hit me, and I see my truck.
You didn't describe how the other car was in place.
Okay,
Like, walk us through the visual of the intersection and then all the cars that are actually in the story.
Okay, I'll try to do it on here. So, I'm coming through an intersection this way. The car that I hit is oncoming towards me on the opposite lane. The car that hit me comes this way, smacks into the back of my truck. Now, in the back of a tow truck, we have a, I can't think of the technical term, a lift on the back of it we have up in the air. He hit me so hard that I smacked into the other person's car, ripping their doors off of the driver's side and passenger side.
And can you tell us how many people were in? I'm just reminding him because
Yeah.
I know this story. Can you tell us how many people were in the other vehicle?
Well, yeah, I didn't know until after everything in my truck came back down and I was able to get out of it. The driver of the car that my truck hit came up to me. He was an older man, and he had 2 young kids in the car. And he put his hand on me and said, "Are you okay?" At this point, my whole face was bleeding, and
We were having pictures of these in the scene, but we felt like it would have been too much to show you guys. Yeah.
yeah. And at this point, I didn't know really what happened, and I thought the other guy that hit me was dead. So he told me that he was okay, and I was able to stumble over to the guy that hit me. Of course, he was perfectly fine. His whole front of his car was gone, but he was perfectly fine. And at that point, the other driver told me he smelled like alcohol. I couldn't smell it because I was covered in blood. So I go back to my police truck, and I try to find my radio because everything was thrown out in the car. I couldn't find my phone, couldn't find my radio. And luckily, my phone was Bluetooth to the truck, and it automatically called 911 for me. So I was able to talk to the dispatchers through the truck. Still couldn't find my radio, anything in the car. Whew. So, yep, that was that.
Well, that wasn't that, but
Well, that was that section.
okay. All right. So, from my understanding of this story, what had happened was Doug's collision, the way he came out of the street, and the oncoming driver, the person who was drunk driving, hit Doug's car. What Doug is not remembering to mention, because he's going through it. This is very hard for you to share. I'm sorry, but thank you for sharing this with everybody. They appreciate it, I'm sure. Is that your car actually blocked the other car
Yes.
from getting hit 80 miles per hour dead
Oh, yeah.
on. So in the angle in which the drunken driver would have hit that car, the other car, had
He
you
would've
not been
exploded it.
there. Okay.
They would have not made it at all. And I didn't realize that until I got out of the hospital. And I believe you were the one that brought it up to me. He's like, well, if that car was making a left, that guy would have plowed right through that car. Because my tow truck is a heavy truck, a strong truck, but
Right.
they wouldn't have made it. And it
Not in
really
a
hit
regular
me.
car.
Yeah.
Wow. So Keo wants to say, don't cry, Doug. I've been in a car accident as well, and it's hard to share. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
Oh, thank you.
That is so sweet. Yeah, so you definitely would have been plowed. But it was you, what saved Doug was the fact that you were in this big giant truck. So it had the capacity of getting hit with the 80 miles per hour that the junk driver had been driving, but also to the forces beyond that, right?
Yeah, I was definitely saved by an angel there, and
There's more to this story. You're not remembering it, but I'm just going to remind you of the white truck. I'm going to leave it. Okay. So we're going to leave it at that, and we're going to come right back to the rest of the story. There's a huge part that he's not remembering, but it's okay because I'm here. And we're going to get into the divine experience, and this is where you guys raise your vibration energetically, bringing you back up during this midweek. And so from right now, I want you guys to tap in from 1 to 10, do a self-check. Where are you energetically today? Are we at a 1, which is the lowest number possible, meaning I'm so lethargic I could barely move? Or are we at a 10, where it's like I'm so pumped, I have so much energy, I can clean my house, my neighbor's house, and probably the whole block, and then still make dinner for everyone else on the block, and I don't know, go shopping, buy a puppy, and pet some kittens. Okay, so let's see. Put that in the comment section below now. Leave it. Looks okay. Where are you at? 10%? It's all right. We'll leave you on the secondary camera if it dies. It's okay. All right, so let's see what you guys have to say. Doug, where are you at energetically right now?
I'm gonna say like a 6-ish and a half, close to a 7.
Is that with a coffee or without the coffee?
Definitely with the coffee.
And if
I didn't want to say it, but definitely digging the caffeine.
All right. We got coffee power here today. All right, Stacy. Stacy's at a 2. Stacy, also, if you can, my YouTube channel, I made a video specifically just for you guys. It is called the Angelic Healing Empowerment Session. It is 15 minutes as a session that I recorded so that you can do anytime when you guys are in these lower numbers to just help uplift you. Hello, Angelo. You are at a 5 today. We're in the middle point there. Hello, Reese. You are at an 8, my dear. Thanks for being here. Trying, though. I'm always trying. As long as you're actively doing, you're doing, and you're not trying. So we get our words right so we know to empower ourselves. Holly, hey, you're at an 8. Keo is with her lavender, and she is at an 8. I also have lavender, I think, in this drawer somewhere.
The mystical drawer.
Yes, I have lots of things in this drawer. Coffee here, too. Cheers. Hold on. Go ahead. Cheers. That is funny. All right, and I would say today I'm at like I'm on the lower end because I've had a lot of long nights. So I'm like 7.8 today. So that's pretty low for me because I'm usually at a good 8.9-ish. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the get on. We're going to go ahead and call in the team, and then I'm going to invite you all to put the phones down and prepare with an intention for your 1-minute divine experience. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, and you too, Doug, you're going to close your eyes, and everybody at home, close your eyes. 60 seconds on the clock starting now. Take a breath in. Send that down the spine, down to the feet, beyond the feet. And as your breath continues to be released, send that down into Mother Earth through the many miles. Like roots of a tree, you extend far beyond your body into the center of the earth, tapping into her unlimited well of health and abundance and prosperity. And on your next natural inhale in, bring that into your belly breath, expanding beautiful golden light within you, releasing what no longer serves you on your natural exhale. On your next natural inhale in, breathing into your third eye, the section of right between your eyebrows, and on your exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. On your next natural inhale in, beautiful golden light coming into the crown chakra and expanding beautiful golden light through your whole entire energy field. And on the release, releasing what no longer serves you. Final breath in, beautiful golden light filling up your entire body, your cellular memory, muscles, tendons, bones, everything. And on the exhale, releasing what no longer serves you, bringing the right palm and the left palm to touch together and place that in front of your heart and bow. Namaste. Thank you all for being here. And now put in the comment section below what you felt. Open your eyes, but please don't stand because you may be blissful, which just basically means lightheaded or dizzy or feeling high. That's normal if you feel that. And put in the comment section below, what did you feel? Did you feel cold? Did you feel hot? Did you feel tingling? Did you feel pressure? What were you feeling here? So Doug, I'm going to start with you. What were you feeling?
I feel definitely a lot more relaxed. A lot more relaxed. I feel like just a warm hug came over me, pretty much.
Nice. That sounds really nice. Where are you in? Where are you now energetically from 1 to 10?
I'll give it a 9.
You're at a good 9.
Solid 9.
Yes. Hey, Holly. All right, Holly. Holly, she says, a little dizzy, but good. That's fine. That's energy spiraling into the body and moving through you. So this is why I say don't stand. I know some people laugh when I'm like, no, don't stand. But, you know, everybody's energy is sensitivity is different. So it's important to just make sure you're acknowledging. And if you stay a little bit blissful, place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand on your right knee. And that will help you ground. Angelo felt like a 6. I felt like I was under a waterfall. That sounds so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I love that feeling. It's like a cascading feeling. And I've actually had clients open their eyes on the table because they thought I was pouring water onto them. I had someone like jump up and like I thought, where is it? And I'm like, what? They're like, aren't you pouring warm water on me? And I'm like,
water effects.
No, I definitely am not pouring water on you. All right, guys. So thanks for that. All right. Yes, let's get back into this story. Okay, Doug, so coming back into your story now, we had the divine experience. Everybody's all juiced up on the good.
Yes. So, as you mentioned, the other tow truck that pulled up. To get back to the accident, when I was inside the truck, I was pulling out of the truck, and I could see everything.
What do you mean you were pulled out of the truck?
After these wings embraced me, there was like a cyclone that slowly pulled me out of the truck, and I could see the whole accident scene. And I've always wondered, what do these people feel like or go through when they pass away? Because I do deal with a lot of death, and some questions you come up with. And I remember going up the spiral. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I guess this is what they realize. I thought I was gonna see my family, my loved ones. Just thought of that question.
So when you're saying you had this spiral, are you saying that you had an out-of-body experience?
Yes, yeah.
And if so, what does that look like?
It felt weird. It was like if you're underwater, you can kind of not hear the echo. It's just everything is quiet. And you're just taking everything in. And you're not really thinking about what's going on because you're so calm. It's like, oh, look, I'm dead. Okay, let's go. I got stuff to do. And I didn't feel bad about anything. I felt so peaceful and comfortable. And then just like that, I'm back in the truck. Like, boom. Like I was thrown back in there. I open my eyes and I get out. And there's a tow truck there. And this, I don't know if you guys ever seen a tow truck driver, but it's not a clean job. You get dirty. You're not wearing a whole white suit and not getting it dirty.
Yeah, because you're under a car, you're working with oils, especially in your field, you're working with possibly questionable
body fluids.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm waiting for the police to get there. I'm sitting on the side of the sidewalk, and this guy comes behind me who's a tow truck driver. And he's like, they're always hitting us. I'm like, you're telling me, brother. And I look over, and he has long hair, long beard, all white, clothes on, perfectly clean. I look at his truck. It's an all-white truck, no markings, no name on it. I'm like...
So there's just no label on this truck?
No label on this truck.
And what was the guy wearing, the tow truck driver?
All white. White t-shirt, white pants, but nice dress shirt and nice dress pants and nice shoes. And I'm just like, that is so weird to wear that. But hey, do you? And then he's talking to me, and I'm looking back, and then my supervisor gets there, and he's talking to me, and I'm like, well, look, the tow truck guy back there, he really helped me out a lot. Could you go talk to him? He's like, what tow truck guy? And I'm like, ha ha ha. I turn around, not there. Really messed my head up. I'm like, okay, maybe he was chased off the scene or he had to leave. And then it wasn't until the next day when you mentioned about the people in the other car that everything just started hitting in synchronicity. Not to mention the experience that I had flying out of the truck, but that hit me even more. Like, if it wasn't for me being there at that exact moment, with my truck being there, that person in the other car wouldn't have made it.
Wow. And I really do believe that sometimes we look at these situations and we think of them as bad luck, right? But really, sometimes our bad luck, I'm using air quotes here because I don't believe that this was bad luck at all. Sometimes we are the protectors for other people. So had Doug not been in the truck and not been hit by that car, an entire family would have died.
On my day off.
On his day off. Right. And Doug did suffer some minor injuries, but nothing close to being pulverized and being killed.
A couple facial fractures.
Yeah. Go ahead, tell them what happened to your face.
Yeah, I had knocked a couple of my teeth, not straight anymore. I got a couple fractures in my nose, all right here, and messed up my elbow.
Yeah. Ooh, Keo
But the guy
says.
got arrested, who was the other driver, which is great.
Right, the drunken driver got arrested. Glad you're still here, keeping Oracle happy. I keep myself happy, but it's nice to have him here too. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want the both of you happy and full of light. Aww. Thank you. You are such a beautiful being of light as yourself, Keo. And we're grateful that we honor that your presence being here as well. I love how you both saw the blessing from a horrific situation. Yeah. He was a savior for that family. And I really feel like that is like the big testament. So it's like super early in the morning and I get this phone call. And so I get, babe. Yeah. I'm in a car accident. Don't worry. The police, the ambulance is coming. Click. What? What? And my heart just goes doom, 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 doom. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I'm trying to call him back. No one's answering. And I'm like, oh my God, if I'm trying to like GPS him in the phone, trying to look through the phone if I can see on Snapchat, because you know, like it shows you where the little ghost man is at on Snapchat. So I'm looking through all these apps, trying to like ping the phone. I'm freaking out. He calls me back. And then I'm like, where are you? And then he's actually not too far from the house where he got into his accident. Well, maybe like a mile or more away, yeah. But not really far. Close enough where I probably could have gotten there. And I was like, my heart was beating so hard. I was like, I'm going to run there. No, stay home. So I hang up and this crazy pain came into my chest. A pain I never had in my whole life. And this pain went into my right arm all the way down and I froze because in there was so excruciating. I realized I'm having a heart attack. I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. Doug's in a car accident. I'm gonna die while
my car's at work.
Well, the car, he has it at his job. I can't get to him. So I don't even remember the rest of the moment. Somehow we both got to the hospital. I don't even know how we got both to the hospital.
I don't even remember. I don't know.
No, okay, no one remembers actually getting to the hospital, but we were both there. And I remember standing in the hospital, they're taking him in, and I'm holding my arm like this, because this pain is, I'm telling you, was something out of this world. I'm calling the angels, and I'm like, please don't let me die right now. And he's getting taken, and we were at the hospital. I was like, okay, if I'm having a heart attack, and I just drop here, it's all right. I am I'm in a good place to drop. I'm in a good place to drop.
That would probably be your best bet.
Yes, it was. So it was pretty scary for sure. But it was definitely something that I feel like the angels were there to assist with and to just see that whole thing play out as it did, because it wasn't clear when it was unfolding. It wasn't until we like looked back at it and we're like, oh my God, you know, this happened. And then that whole tow truck driver there just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I've never seen him again. I went back to all the paperwork on the accident itself. No one's seen a tow truck driver there. So I guess there's angels driving tow trucks.
Wow. Well, yeah, because, you know, the thing is that we think that angels are always these humanoid beings that have these big wings and are there. But sometimes they just appear as someone standing in the road. And I've heard a lot of stories like this. Someone standing in the road and that they're not there afterwards. And come on, having a tow truck driver in an all-white tow truck and head-to-toe white, that is crazy. Thank you for having me in here now, but I had to sleep. My mom has been waiting for me to call her in the morning, and I had to be supportive because she's moving out. She has boundaries, and I respect them. All right, Keel. Thank you, my heart. We'll see you later. So yeah, that is astonishing. So what do you feel like you learned? What do you feel like the lesson was here for you for this particular situation? Why do you think it happened to you?
Well, someone could also say this too, but to definitely always wear my seatbelt. That's one. I'm not gonna say who always tells me that.
Who always tells you to wear your seatbelt?
I don't know, but someone definitely close to me in this area right there tells me all the time to wear a seatbelt. I usually forget to, but definitely wear a seatbelt now.
Were you wearing a seatbelt that day?
I think you lost audio there. I gave you the answer.
Oh,
That's
we're having
what it was.
technical difficulties.
You know, I plead the fifth on that one.
But what did you feel? Why do you think this happened to you?
There's so many. I think about that a lot, truthfully. To slow down, definitely. Be more aware, and don't think that things can't happen to you because it's early in the morning, no one's outside. You can definitely get hurt in an accident any time of the day. So definitely there to take situational awareness, and really be more spiritual, because this showed me definitely there is spirituality out there. There's angels, there's all these good things out there. And ever since then, I started really getting more into my spirituality since that accident.
Nice. Did you ever see angels before this situation? Or did you ever have, like, because you're saying that you saw, like, weird things, and I'm assuming some of that is just, like, the silhouettes of the shadow people that you're talking about. But besides them, angel-wise, have you experienced angels before this?
Not in, like, the physical state that I saw that one. I've seen orbs or, like, shiny lights, or, shiny, not orbs, but kind of glitter in the air, if you would, for lack of a better word. And I was told that those are angels.
Yeah, those are definitely angels. They look like little confettis.
Yeah.
Little shiny confettis. Those are angels, guys. Everybody sees them differently here.
No, but I was told a story by my grandmother that one day when, this is before I was born, she was in her house and she just finished work and she was sitting down and she was visited by an angel. And the angel told her her life plan was to take care of my grandfather, my mom, my brother, and me, but I wasn't even thought of at that moment. So my mom really didn't believe the story because, well, who's this new baby? And then that happened, and now I see an angel now.
So you were protected.
Yeah, so I wonder if they foresaw this back then.
I'm sure they did, because, universe has the plan for you.
Yeah.
Erica says, it's so important to be grateful for every day.
Yes.
Every moment, because, as you said, Doug, we don't know when our time to meet with God will come.
So true.
Yes. This is very true, and it's about being present, right? And it's
Yes.
like, you just don't know. Like, we take tomorrow so for granted because we had so many of them. But so do what you need to do today.
Call your loved ones.
Right.
Tell them you love them.
Exactly, because there is no guarantee for tomorrow. Holly says, I'm always thinking these things happen to us because the divine knows if it were someone else, perhaps, in our place, they may not have survived.
Yeah.
It is not their time, and we can withstand the aftermath. This is
Greatly
exactly what we talked about, Holly. I said that to him too. I said, the reason this happened to you was because you were strong enough. This would be your testimony. And you were able to withstand this storm, and it wouldn't have knocked you down, although it could knock you back, but it wouldn't have knocked you down. And with the support that he has around him, myself included, he had that there. Have you ever heard of Lorna Byrne? She's supposed to be an expert on angels, and she is a beautiful woman. I have not heard of her.
I don't think I have had either. I have to look her up.
No, I have not heard of her. And I also teach about angels and work with them as well, if you guys want to work with me on that. Wow, this has been an amazing, amazing thing here, sharing this story, and I'm glad that Doug was willing to come on and share it. So how about we bring the energy up a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
And we do a game. So we're going to go ahead now, And if you guys have any questions or comments about Doug's story, please leave them there in the comment section below. And we're going to go ahead and invite you to invite your inner child to come up. So invite your inner child up, because we're going to be going into something what we call the Apollo games. So get the kitties, get the husband, get the wife. We're going to see who has the best psychic cred in your house. You know, this is all about bragging rights in your house. I'm sorry, I'm not throwing out the garbage today because I'm psychic. So wait, what? How does that make sense? You're the one throwing out the garbage. I have foreseen it. Let's go ahead with the Apollo games. All right, guys. So this is the time of the night where we're going to go ahead, bringing in the baby for the Apollo games. Yay!
Go get that baby.
Go get the babies. We're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to give you guys a question. And you guys know Doug already because he watches Divine Encounters too when I'm live. And you guys know him as Philly Doug in the comment section. And he cheats a lot. He cheats almost every week on here and puts the question up in the comment section. I mean, the answer. No? You're going to just deny that right in front of all of these beautiful people?
I like to win, and I like to increase my odds by winning. And if that's just so happens to notice the answers that you put, I don't define that as cheating. Thank you. Go ahead, let's play this game so I can get my non-virtual high five.
Okay, so I did not let him see the answer to this.
I tried.
I filmed this away from him, and so we're going to go ahead now, and here's the question for you guys at home.
A type of Hello Kitty will be revealed, but what kind? Is she a nurse kitty, hippie kitty, geek kitty, goth kitty?
Okay, Doug, you know I have many Hello Kitties.
That's an understatement.
It's a lot of Hello Kitties, guys. So which of those Hello Kitties is going to be revealed? Your options were nurse kitty, hippie kitty, geek kitty, and goth kitty.
What does exactly a geek kitty look like?
They have the glasses on. Okay, you have a few seconds to figure it out. Erica's calling you out. Doug always posts like two or three choices.
See, it's winning. Increasing odds.
Oh, Stacy, no, we cannot do hippie or nurse. You gotta commit to one, girl.
No, I like her answer. It's a hippie nurse.
Hippie nurse kitty. No, we're picking one answer here. All right, let's go with. Let's see. Angelo says nurse kitty. Luce says goth kitty. Erica says I say goth kitty. Ariela says hippie kitty. I'm waiting for Stacy to give me a definitive final answer here. All right. There, she's committing. She's gonna commit with hippie kitty. All right, guys, let's see what you got right. And if you got it right, what did you say? Did you say?
Oh,
see? Yeah, look at you.
Well, since I got put on blast there, I'm gonna have to go with my Sagittarius brother Angelo there, and also say nurse kitty.
Nurse kitties. Okay, I like
high five! I did it! Yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna repo that high five. Okay, let's go with the answer here. Yes.
A type of Hello Kitty will be revealed, but what kind? Is she a nurse kitty, hippie kitty, geek kitty, goth kitty? Put your answer in the comment section below now. Okay, reveal time. Did you say nurse kitty?
Let's let that be the word of the day.
Okay, you get a high five. Angelo, you get a high five too. And everybody at home who picked Nurse Kitty, you also get a high five. Good job, everybody. My head from laughing so hard, it hurts behind my head right now. Sag representing. Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like the Sagittariuses are coming up for us right here today.
Yeah.
This is very questionable. I just want to say that. And don't worry, there's no losers here in Divine Encounters.
Not at all.
Just you get another opportunity to practice next week on Sunday night when I bring you guys your horoscopes for the week and your horoscope blessings for the week as well. So thank you guys for playing that game with us. You guys can also follow me at the Oracle of Apollo on TikTok for more games and inner child growth. So I would greatly appreciate that as well. All right, so let's go ahead now, and we're going to put Mr. Doug in the background, and we're going to bring you, well, yeah, you'll just be right here next to me because you don't really have anywhere to go. But we're going to bring you now the midweek collective energy check-in, which is basically the energy of the week for everybody. Yay! Okay, bye, Doug. Even though you're buying there, you're still there. It's all right.
I'm not here.
No, you're not here. All right, let's see.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
I like my new transition that I made. It's a very sexy button. All right, let's bring the blessings cam back up here and take Doug out of here. All right, blessings cam, hello. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. You guys are so fun. Thanks. We're going to go ahead now and bring you guys a midweek collective energy check-in. And let's see, the first card we have here is Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing and Rewriting the Future. Healing and rewriting the future. I feel like right now we're stepping into that new energy of coming into 2020. We have these new dreams, new goals. And you know, it's like we write these up and then sometimes they don't manifest because the intention behind them isn't fully grounded. You know what I mean? So I feel like here it's saying break the chain. The things that you've committed to yourself, the promises that you have made for yourself, be true to them. Don't sin against yourself. Don't do something against yourself. Be authentic for yourself. And when you take action for yourself that is authentic to what's in alignment with your heart, you start to have a new sense of understanding about who you are and where you want to go. And things start to open for you. Things start to become possible for you. They start to seem reachable, all right? So allow yourself, perfect for the new moon, yes. So allow yourself to release is what no longer is serving you. Recognize that it no longer serves you. Implement within yourself what you feel like is authentic to your being in this moment and move forward on that. That is so weird. I'm getting the weirdest feedback from my phone. It's like someone's talking inside of my headset. Do you hear it there too?
Yeah, you can hear it too.
It's like a little static. So bizarre.
Even though I'm not here.
Okay. Coming into the next card, we have Hermit, Guide, Facts, Wisdom, and Truth. This Hermit card is like saying you have to do this for yourself. Some of you might be feeling isolated. Some of you might be feeling in solitude, but that's because there's a reason for this. There's less distractions. There's less things moving around you, so that way you can focus and narrow your sights on what truly matters in your life. And these are the truths in your life. These are the things that you have to look with a logical sight, with a logical mind. Because when we look at them honestly and we're true to ourselves, this serves me, this does not serve me, I'm capable of doing this. I am truly capable of doing this if I release these old habits or beliefs or programs that are just holding me back and keeping me in the same cycle that I have been in for this extended period of my life. Wisdom's going to come onto that because you're going to be able to intake what you have learned and then give that back to other people. And when we share what we have learned and we give that back, it builds wisdom. It solidifies what we have just learned inside of us, within us. Teaching is the way to keep something inside of you moving, circulating, and integrating. And every time you look at the same page again, and I'm using page as an analogy, but every time you look at the same circumstance, situation again, you'll see it with fresh eyes, because when you are ascending, when you are uplifting, when you are leveling up, things change inside of you, and everything around you also changes by virtue. Life is all about perspective. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So be patient, I feel like, is here with this new moon in Gemini card. Be patient. The answers are within you. And if you're feeling a little bit stuck, keep practicing that silence. Keep practicing that stillness, even if it's a very small amount a day. And the reason for that is, even if you shift 1% every day, in a year, 365%, when we go in on our normal calendar, the natural calendar is 364. But when we go by the end of the year, we'd have shifted that much. That's a huge monumental difference. And all we have to do is just sit still and sit in with that every day, just for a little while. And as we raise that vibration and that frequency, clarity is going to come, understanding is going to come, the vibrational state's going to match other vibrational states, and your answer may come in a job, it may come as an opportunity, it may come as a person, but we have to be still and raise ourselves up, and also be okay with being by ourselves with this Hermit card, and recognizing that this is a needed part of this time right now. Plus it's winter, it's like the time of rest, the time of recognizing. Listen intently to understand is the animal totem for the week, and we have parrot here. We have this beautiful rainbow. So just like I said, I feel like these cards are kind of just piggybacking off of what I stated, is taking time to listen, being still. And it's saying here, I feel like the most important word here is listen intensely, okay? So don't just go, okay, I'm going to sit. Where's the answer? Where's the answer? Where's the answer? No, let that go. Sit so long if you have to that you get bored of listening to yourself. I remember that was my first milestone in meditation, was at some point I had been sitting for over an hour, and it was like, are you done? Are you bored listening to yourself yet? And I laughed so loud. So if it takes that long, it takes that long. But listen intently. That means you're listening with the intention of absorbing. You're not listening with the intention of replying. You're not listening with the intention of taking action. You're listening with the intention of integrating some information inside of you. All right, so let's see what we have here for your ancestors want you to know for the week. Knight, be brave and be honest. And I feel like here we have multiple times, because we had with the Hermit card, we had guide, facts, and wisdom. So I feel like that was about being honesty. So we have honesty here again. Be brave and honest. It takes a certain amount of bravery to commit and to discipline yourself to listening to your feelings, to listening to your honesty, to listening to your truth, and to tapping in. Because a lot of people live with blinders on. This is why people have toxic relationships for 15, 20 years. They raise their kids in these environments. And it is that denial that continues to perpetuate those patterns forward. So sit here and be honest with what my patterns are. If I'm not where I want to be, why is that? Why is that? Where have I let myself stay comfortable in my life that hasn't let me have the momentum forward that I would genuinely desire? So be honest. Take a really hard look at your life and see what has to shift. I feel like that is the big theme here this week, is take a look and listen. All right. We have here opportunity. There's a lot of energy. Do you feel that? There's a super crazy amount of energy coming in, flooding in. I feel it in my crown chakra. I was pointing at Doug to see if he felt that. And what did you nod, Doug? If you felt that or not. Yeah. Okay. We have the opportunity card here with Angel Raphael. So a lot of opportunity coming in for the rest of this week. Opportunity is not luck. Opportunity is we have taken time for preparedness and what we want. And then that vibrational state meets a physical opportunity called the law of attraction. But we have to be prepared. Our preparedness creates the opportunity for doors to open. And then we also have the angel Caziel bringing us abundance. And abundance can be abundance of time, abundance of energy, abundance of people. Abundance is not limited to cash. It's literally more than enough of something. Support, love, energy. So there's a lot of abundance coming in this week, and you guys have to claim these. These are angel blessing cards. They're not tarot cards. They are being expedited into your energy field. So go ahead and claim them now in the comment section below, and allow that to come through you and into your field, because the angels respect your free will. So you have to say, yes, angels, I do want opportunities. Yes, angels, I do want abundance. I choose to have this in my life, and thank you so very much. I hope this resonates with all of you. Please share this with your friends and family. Tag them. Share the feed. This way, this blessing can be expedited into their energy field as well. I've opened an angel portal here, and I've expedited an angel tether to everyone watching as I work with the angels as well. So I hope this resonates with you all. Okay, let's see what you guys have here in the comment section below. I swear, when I first learned about channeling, I would sit and say, I'm ready. Spirit had another option. When I learned to let go of channeling, they woke me up at 1 a.m. to write. This is true, because you're in that state of surrender.
It's like, that's what I am. It's okay.
Oh, that question. Why isn't this working? That's because we're allowing our what is that? We have our expectations create barriers, they create resistance, because we feel like if this doesn't happen in this method, then something's wrong, or I'm not doing something enough. And it kind of comes around to the low self-worth. There's something in there that maybe we feel like we've done bad or we're not doing correctly. Yes, thank you for sharing it. Luce claims it. It's a lot of me. I was meant to listen to this. I was guided to this. I needed to be reminded, and I am allowed to set boundaries and allow myself to feel. Thank you for helping me. You are allowed to set self boundaries, and Nelsita claims this because that's how you allow people to love you in your life. And allowing people to walk over you or to use you is not loving them, and it's not loving yourself. And if people react negatively to your boundaries, they're just gonna have to get acclimated to your new self-found love. So thank you for that. That's so beautiful, and thank you for sharing that with me. I'm glad this has inspired you to do that. So this is the time of the night where normally I would ask Doug, my guest, the final thoughts on what we just talked about this reading. How do you feel? There's no two cameras now, but how do you feel, if this resonates with you, or if you want to add something? Yeah.
That's deep. I don't know what to say to that. It's taking a lot of the energy, and I'm still floating around.
This is called the splash zone. When I'm channeling, if you're here, you're gonna get
warning.
Yeah, you're gonna get misted, and you just ground on the grounding mat, babe. You'll be okay. So Doug's blissed out. Also, should I message you about the triangle prayer? Yes. If you want your intentions in the triangle prayer, this is a very special triangle I brought back from Brazil. I had to take 2 journeys to there to get it. It is specially blessed. It's coming from a very special healer over there. You can just send me, you can email me at Divine Encounters. I'm gonna put the here you go. You can email me your full name, your address, current address, even if you don't live there, just like wherever you're physically at in the location, even if it's at a hotel and you're just staying there, and your birthday and your intentions. You can put 3 intentions. It can be about anything, healing, manifesting, whatever it is you want to work through. And then I will put them in here and do, you can see some people have already put theirs in here. I used to have this at my wellness center, and people could come and use this whenever they wanted, but we closed down in March. So now I do this digitally for you guys on your behalf. And then I'll burn these on the full moon, so they won't stay there. Yeah. Erica wants you to know, beautiful story, Doug. Thank you for sharing, and thank you both for sharing your light with us.
Thank you.
And thank you, Doug, for being here. Of course, I really appreciate you. Love you both. And Doug, thank you for sharing. That's so sweet. And I hope you guys join me next week when I bring on a new guest, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And she's actually someone who hosts the biggest psychic fair in the country, which winds up housing 10,000 people. And she's going to give you guys, I can't even say it. There's energy is coming back down again. And she's going to be giving you guys a lot of good information there about her path and her awakening. So if you want to see someone, a huge, monumental, shifted person, come back Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And of course, come back 7 p.m. Sunday night for your horoscope blessings forecast for the week. Thank you, everybody, for being here. May you all go in love, light, and wisdom, of course, to know thyself. Love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. Ciao.